Hey, what is up everybody? Blazefer here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5 X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the new card set or artifact sets found in the data mine, at least data dump that we call it inside of the worldwide server. And boy oh boy, there are a decent bit of these guys, and I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of excited because I haven't looked at them, at least myself, yet. I just put them up for translation and things like that, so it's gonna be interesting. But if you guys are interested into the video, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Thank you guys for all the support. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird today. I don't know what the heck's been happening. It's been kind of iffy. But thank you guys for all the support. It's been amazing. Y'all have been absolutely fantastic. Comments, everything like that has been absolutely on amazing. And I thank you all for that very, very much. We hit 3.6K. We're going to keep on trucking to 3.7, eventually hitting that 4K subscribers mark. And I really appreciate any of you guys who are helping me along the way. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. If we go ahead and change the screen here, you guys should see the Discord of the worldwide server for the most part. And we have some data mined information. This is going to be on the revelation cards as well as the universe cards. So the revelation cards, if you guys don't know exactly the terminology of that, that is the 4 stars, or at least the 4 cards that you put together for a character. So if you guys are looking currently at my screen here, we press this little card button. That is these cards, while the universe card is this big card right here. We got multiple different cards that actually have been revealed in the data mine dump here, and we're going to be going over exactly each one of them and seeing exactly what they do as well. So we have 4 revelation cards currently, and let's see how many universe. There are only 2. There is 1, 2, 3 excuse me, 3 universe cards here as well. So we have a lot to really go over as well, and I'm very interested to see how this goes. So to be honest, the data mine information, there is so much stuff that's here, so I had to split these up into like 2 different videos, one for the card effects themselves, and then another for a whole separate thing you guys are going to see later on today. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. So with how the data mine is going here, I might share my other screen, show you guys kind of the translation, because we're still getting all the translations up here. But for the first card, which is a 2-piece set as well, and a 4 set here, we're gonna go ahead and look at it here. So let's pull up our Google. Pull up Google right here. Yes, we do use Google for translates like this, of course. And then we have Mr. Red Heart really do the translation for real. But we have the first card set, which is called Triumph. This card set here has a 2-piece set that increases critical hit rate by 7.5%. And actually, go ahead and move this over so I can see it again. There you go. Moves it over by 7.5%. And then the 4-piece set increases damage caused by additional effects by 40%. Now this is fairly interesting because we don't know exactly what we need for at least Mont just yet. Let's act like this Mont in game, the 4-star Mont, is the Mont we're talking about. We do know that she does have a weapon that does crit rate, so it is kind of highly likely this could be her main little set for the most part. I think it is her set because this increases the critical hit rate, which she of course is going to be going off of, and then she deals damage caused by additional effects. So of course she procs different additional effects, being frost, being the winded statuses and stuff like that. So maybe this is her set, but I do see another one that does kind of strike my eye a little bit, and it could possibly be her set as well, but it depends on how you really run her. So the Triumph set, once again, it increases critical hit rate by 7.5% as the 2-piece, while the 4-piece itself increases damage caused by additional effects by 40%, which is a pretty decent card as well. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to see what it actually pairs with and see how it does. Now the next one that we're going to be going over today as well is the frustration card, which is the second little area here. The frustration one actually increases effect hit rate by 15%, and then the 4 set increases fire damage caused to enemies in negative states by 20%. Now I feel like, now I may be spinning, I may not be spinning here, but of course a lot of our fire characters might move up to this, most likely like E. But I feel like this main set here is mainly going to be for the new character, which is Dogenzaka. When Dogenzaka does come out, she is of course a new fire 5-star, but she is a standard fire 5-star. We know nothing about what she can do. We know nothing about her passives and things like this, but this sounds like something a little bit newer. So although of course fire 5-stars could go up, or just fire characters could go up to this set, I do feel like this set is going to be morely pointed to at least Dogenzaka for the most part, seeing that she's able to actually do some decent fire damage herself, and seeing that they're actually really highlighting the negative states by 20% and stuff like that. They may actually be talking about her. The effect hit rate is what has me interested, seeing it is a two-piece set, at least a two-piece set effect. So who knows, she might actually be scaling a little bit off effect hit rate, so that might be a little bit of a hint to the future to see what we actually have, which I am very much so excited to see. But there are a lot of characters that I'm really excited to really get into this game. So seeing we already only have like, let's see, let's say 3 in total. Yeah, 3 fire characters in total. We're gonna be getting that 4th, and so who knows, they may all just move up to the set, or either only Dogenzaka, when she does release, it may move up to this set. So I'm very interested to see exactly how that does work in the long run. But now we're going to be going over the 3rd card effect here, and this one is actually going to be called here. Let me make sure I get on up. Worry. Now, Worry itself, I haven't really listened to just yet, but this one is the one I think. Yes, okay. I briefly scanned over it, and this is the one that I think this might actually work as well for at least the new mods. It depends on how you want to run her, because new mod is really going to be kind of like a support character. She's going to be helping you out a decent bit. So she's not really going to be looking for all of that crazy damage. But what makes me interested in this one, and I feel like even Ford might switch over to this, is because it increases energy recovery by 80%. This is already nice because this is helping out our highlight energy in general. But alongside of this, with having the 4 set here, it immediately recovers 25% of the highlight energy upon entering the battle. Now, the highlight energy that is recovered cannot be triggered repeatedly, which is fairly interesting. Now, this only happens once, so depending on the card set that you are going with here, this is probably going to be perfect for at least Cord. So you can immediately get that highlight up, immediately get everything that you need, and this will help your at least your rotations and cycles being a little bit better. So I feel like this could be a really good card, and I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna really work this in. I feel like it's gonna pay attention more to the universe cards that's gonna be paired with Worry. But this can actually be a really good card here, especially for our supporters who really need those extra highlights. If it is thought out pretty well, this should be pretty darn good, because currently we are running, go ahead and get this up here, currently running Ford on a certain set here, which is the, I gotta remember this thing's name. Yes, the Affluence set here, which mainly only reduces damage. And then, of course, when entering the battle, she recovers the 25% of the highlight. So, with that in mind, the other set technically just does this off bat, but we don't know exactly what the universe card does, because the universe card for at least this set here, when paired correctly, increases all allies damage dealt by 8%, or at least 1 turn when it comes to attacking enemies. It is only 1 turn. So what we could probably expect from Worry is that when this does drop, it could be more of a better set for Cord, seeing it gives her energy recovery off bat, and it gives her highlight recovery just upon entering the battle. Only thing is, it seems like it can only be triggered 1 turn as well, so it's really just going to come down to that universe card. So interested, but kind of a shaky card right there as well. Now we're going to take a look at the next one here, which is actually the 4th little part here, and that one's called Reconsolidation. And this one is actually pretty interesting here. I'm actually interested in this one as well, because it increases our speed by 6, which is already decent. But during battle, your maximum health, attack power, and defense power can increase by 50%. This one I would like to say you would put on a character who's like a defensive character or something like this, but it's not really a defensive type deal. It's something that's all around, right? You don't need this for a navigator, because navies don't really need speed like that. But it does boost health, attack power, and defense. So if a navigator wanted to use it, they could, but I feel like the other navi set would be better. This one just seems like something that you can kind of toss on if you just want to toss on. But it might be a little bit weird there. I'm unsure exactly how that's gonna work out. In the first part is what's really throwing me off. Oh, excuse me. Now the universe card is what I am kind of interested in, but we're gonna take a look at those now. So universe cards are gonna be these 3 here. which let me quickly just join this here. Let's quickly yoink that on up and toss that on here. Boom. I think that's correct, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we can actually see the new card sets itself. So hold on, let's go ahead and put this up as well for you guys. So now we can check out the combinations. This is what was really actually I was interested in here. So now the new one that we had earlier, which was Triumph, this one now is going to be able to be paired with Freedom. When pretty much using a persona skill, you will gain 1 layer of glory up to 2 whole stacks. The next additional effect consumes all glory, which each glory that is consumed increases the penetration of, or at least pin rate, or additional effect by 8%. So we get 2 layers of glory, so a max of 2 stacks, and each one that we consume can give us 8% of more pin rate. This is going to be an overall 16%, which is pretty decent, though at the same time where we were looking at the last little set of things, which that's probably what I should do. I probably should have, but that would probably help with going back and forth between this, so you guys can actually see both, because I feel like this might be better. You can actually know which ones we're talking about here. Let's quickly do that. Boom. All right, so now we got that back up. So let's throw this here. We're talking about Freedom as well. So Freedom, once again, this helps out with crit rate and does additional effects for 40%. This I feel like is the one for Mont, guaranteed, because with at least Mont, she's meant to actually deal some decent damage as well. But it seems like this additional effect that actually is gained is really also going to play into the additional effects from Triumph itself. So I feel like that's maybe for Mont. I don't think anything else could possibly be for Mont at this point, seeing that that is there. So pretty interesting. I like that one as well. Pretty decent little universe card named Freedom. Now the next one here, we have Freedom and Frustration. Now Freedom and Frustration is the one that increases our affected rate as well fire damage with negative states. Pretty much what this happens here is the Phantom Thieves increase the damage caused by enemies in negative states by 8%. This cannot be triggered repeatedly. So I guess anyone who is with the negative stated effect as an enemy, as long as the Phantoms with these are all there, of course you're getting yourself an extra increase in damage, which is interesting as well, because it's going to be pretty much a fire damage team by the looks of it. It just sounds more fire damage related, so I think that's pretty decent as well. Nothing too crazy. Going over to the next one, and my voice is dying. Going over to the next one is Creation and Worry. Now Worry was the one that increased our actual energy recovery and our highlight as well. Once we do have Worry and Creation on, during the battle your own energy recovers, reaching 100%, 150%, and 200%, and the critical hit rate is increased by 5%, 30%, up to 45%. Now this is interesting, because this actually kind of changes my viewpoint a little bit on this being for Cord, because Cord herself, if I remember correct, she doesn't need crit rate and stuff like that. She doesn't have anything that scales off of it, so it might not be good really unless we're utilizing this for maybe her team. But I don't see anything that specifies her team really. It just seems like it specifies herself or specifies whoever is working on this, so I might not be spending anymore with the Worry set. So that's kind of interesting. See, next one is Reconciliation, or Reconciliation. I can't say that, you know what, illiterate sometimes, but whatever, you guys get this, you get the memo. But at the beginning of the battle, the Phantom Thief with the lowest speed increases the damage caused by 12%. Ooh, okay. So that's weird, because it does increase, right? Yeah, it increases your speed by 6. So if they are the slowest, or whoever is just the lowest at that point, with this set on, you get an extra 12% damage increase. Interesting, but that's going to be kind of hard with speed tuning. You're gonna have to see exactly how that'll end up working out, but I feel like that can be an interesting one here. And then of course we have a new Wisdom effect. Now this is something that was not part of these, so I can go ahead and close this out. But the Wisdom effect pairs with Virtue now, and whenever using a highlight, the attack power is increased by 30% and the damage caused is increased by 25%. Now that's an interesting one, because Virtue, if I'm right, I don't think Virtue is too crazy normally. let me see which one Virtue is for. I don't remember exactly which one Virtue is for, and actually I might not even be able to find it, unfortunately. But interesting to have a new effect for one of the regular cards that was already out. I did not think they would actually end up making another like option for a card set that's already been out, so that's fairly interesting to see. Hopefully they actually start doing that a little bit more as well, because there are some card sets that are perfect for characters that I feel like if they just had a different path would be a little bit better. But all in all, that is everything when it comes down to the card sets here. What do you guys think about them? Are you excited? Are you not excited? And if you're new to the channel, of course, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. It helps me out quite a lot, and I'll keep you guys all at least updated to P5X. Until next time, everybody, peace out.